and how you guys make those relationships work.
Well, as you say, my husband, coach. I don't call him coach,
You
but
don't call
everybody
it
else,
coach?
no,
So when you're in the house, excuse me, coach. So no, I was wondering. I don't know.
no,
Okay.
I usually call him
You
husband.
think though Michelle calls Barack Mr.
Mr.
President?
President, no,
I don't think it
think
works. No, I
so.
don't think it works like that. No, no,
I don't
no.
think
I'm not an expert, but I'm going down the road of
so. No, I think
yeah,
that would be a safe bet.
yeah. That's the one you can take to the bank all
Yeah,
day.
yes, yes. But no, my husband is the really driving force. And so he will be from the time that he gets up until, you have to say, you're still there working, don't you want to rest? Don't you want to take a break? Because he is so very passionate about what he does. And he sees the need, the necessity for what he does. And of course, he's doing this because he knows that when he looks at the young men that come into the program, in a lot of ways, he's seeing himself in that, and there weren't those resources and things to help him.
There wasn't
Um,
a him.
no, there wasn't a him for him. So now he's able to be that for other people. And that's what drives him. But as you say, once your tank is empty, you can't help anyone else. And so it's very important. Self-care is very important so that you can continue to do the mission, long term. And so I think that he's gotten to the point now where he realizes that, where he's taking better care of himself, eating better,
Cause I
trying to
told when I
stretch.
see him like, yo, man, you've been. I was all of
Yeah,
a sudden, I'm like holding mine in when I see him. Like, yo, what you do?
yeah, it's slimmed down a lot, and that's something that I tried when I first got here. That I try to emphasize it, but everybody comes to that. It's like with anything else, comes to it in their own time, in their own
You can't force
way.
people
You
to get
can't
there.
force people. My son is the same way. You know, and when he realized that, he came to that realization. Now he's at the gym for 5 times a week. He's like, and I'll ask him, "Do you want this?" I had some kind of juice or something. And he's like, read the label. How much sugar's in it? I said, well,
Yeah.
he's like, no, you could take that with you. I don't want that. It's too much sugar. So I'm like, what? So my husband's got to that point too. He's like, well, you shouldn't really be eating that.
And then
Which I was the person that used to say that to him, and now he's saying that to me. But in terms of my brother's keeper, what I feel like my role is, and what um all of our roles are, aside from him, is just to provide that support and whatever resources and talents that we bring to the table, um to support that mission. So with me, it was my media background. It was knowing the importance of trying to get him on TV, to get him on the radio, to get him in the local publications, so that, because I knew that story, once it was told, would resonate with people. People would connect to that. People would want to be part of that in whatever way that they could, whether it was volunteering, or it was to write a check, or it was to make a donation when we were doing the Suits for Success. I mean, when we did Suits for Success, we weren't getting junk, we were getting
oh, they were nice too. They was
yes,
good. They was
we
good
were
stuff.
getting like bankers and lawyers and people like that would donate, to us. We people, I don't know if the young men realized the level of um, suits that they were getting, the quality of the suits,
Let
that
me
they
ask
were
you.
getting.
So when Coach was here talking before, he talked about like mothers and parents talking about kids and their sons and the graduation and stuff like that. He's doing it in real time. When you're standing back watching him work his do his thing, what's that feel like when you're talking about changing the course of people's lives? Now he's doing it, he's just in the middle of it.
Right.
But you're standing back watching the interaction, seeing how this whole thing is playing out. These guys, you see when they come in, to the point when they become part of the team. What's that like?
Well, for me, from my vantage
Because you're a
point,
journalist.
when he's
You're
when
taking
he's
notes.
telling me these things, and of course I believe everybody has a story to tell, and everybody should tell their story, tell their truth. Um, and when I'm looking at it, of course, I'm filtering it through my lens of being connected to him first, and what a blessing it is to be able to bless other people, and to be able to change
Mhm.
their lives. And I'm looking at it like, man, that is just truly to know your calling